Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oak Grove, Missouri. I am Chad Grammer, Gary Davidson alongside me. We're in Panther Fieldhouse on the campus of Oak Grove High School, and we have a first place showdown set to come your way in about 15 to 20 minutes. They're going to have their senior night festivities between these games, so they'll have a couple of extra minutes before, and then they'll warm up for 10. So we're probably about 15 minutes from showtime here in Oak Grove, Missouri, and it is another showdown for first place. We had one on Tuesday night. Gary Davidson, my part-time partner over here, was not here. And we got another one here tonight, Gary.
Yeah, I'm retired, okay? So what else can I say? And I'm enjoying every minute of it, okay?
Hey, you know what? You deserve to be retired. I just like to give you a hard time. It's our pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Start saving for your students' future today. Sherwood Community Bank member, FDIC. And Gary, Tuesday night, it was 4-2 Warrensburg, 4-2 Harrisonville. Harrisonville comes out victorious in overtime, 49-46. Tonight, it's 5-2 Oak Grove and 5-2 Harrisonville, and the Road Warriors back at it again tonight, a team they beat by about 15-16 earlier in the season. So it'll be interesting to see how they do on Oak Grove's home floor tonight.
Well, earlier in the season and tonight are two different games. One is they're both in first place, so both teams. It's kind of like the Pleasant Hill rivalry we have with, the rivalry we have with Pleasant Hill. They always bring their best game. Oak Grove, traditionally, we always have a problem playing here at Oak Grove. I don't care when it is, it always seems to come down to a last shot or within just a few points. And so you know good and well that they are going to bring their best tonight.
If you ask any coach, where's one of the worst places to play in the conference, they're going to tell you Oak Grove. And it was just every conference has got that place. You know, the old West Central Conference, it was like nobody would like to go down to Clinton and play in the pit down there where you're way up top and the floor's down there. I remember also the days of going to St. Pius up north. Those were some interesting nights as well. So we've got a lot to talk about here on the pregame show tonight. I forewarned Mr. Davidson here that I will probably get on a soapbox, and Gary said, well, how long do I need to let you go? So I'll try not to go too crazy, but I do have plenty I would like to say. So Jerry's going to put us for a timeout. We're going to come back with our pregame show, and I am going to get on my soapbox. I'll be back after this.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant, and remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
Makes me look. Are we on? We're on. All right. Okay, welcome back to your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. They're doing their festivities for senior night, and we are sitting here ready to rock and roll. And let's talk about districts. What do you say? Let's talk about districts.
What do you got to say about districts, Chad?
Well, first of all, let's start. They did the seedings the other night, and Harrisonville ended up with the 5 seed in their district. Miraculously, the 5 seed behind Warrensburg, who got the 4 seed, that Harrisonville's beat twice this year.
And who had a better record?
Harrisonville.
So they beat them twice, and they had a better record, Harrisonville.
And let's talk about better records. So thanks for bringing that up, because I've got this trusty paper right here. And here's the thing, guys. I talked about it a little bit on Tuesday night. Something I think MSHSAA should look at doing in basketball. You don't have as many teams in these districts in basketball. You only have like 6 teams. There's 24 teams in the Northwest pot. So what do you think I did? I went and looked at all 24 teams in this Northwest pot.
And ranked them by record.
By record. Harrisonville has the 8th best record out of the 24 teams.
And we're ranked 5th in just our
district.
Okay, I'm getting that. Okay.
Okay, so they should have been the 1 seed in 2 of the other districts, because there's one of them has a team with a losing record, has your 1 seed, and the other one, they would have had the best record. So they would have had the best record in 2 of those 4 districts. My point is,
what is your point?
if we continue to do this on the MSHSAA level, we're starting to downgrade the regular season achievements of all teams. I'm on a soapbox because I'm talking about Harrisonville, and I'm a little bit bitter about them getting seeded 5th in their own district. Now, that being said, 3 teams above them were in their district. So
sure.
They have 3 good teams. Warrensburg shouldn't be ranked above them in their district. That's another story for another day. But here's the situation you run into. About 5 or 6 years ago, Barstow and Hogan Prep played in a district championship game at Northeast High School, Southeast or Southwest High School, one of the inner city high schools. I went and covered that game for 810 varsity. Hogan Prep was winning that game in the 4th quarter. They were both like 24-3, like really good records. Actually, the 4 seed in that district had like 22 wins. So again, same situation kind of this district this year. Hogan Prep ended up losing that ball game. Barstow ended up going to play for the state title. Hogan Prep was probably the 3rd best team in the state that year, but they didn't even get a chance to because of the way districts are set up. I'm not saying you're going to have to play everybody at some point in time. The problem is when you have 24 teams, you have a district up north that has a team that's 2-20 and a team that's 1-19. They're in the same district.
Can I cut to the chase?
What's that?
What you want is the best teams going to state, or at least most of the best teams going to state, just like in football football, whenever they put Webb City on the east side for a while and then brought them back, it seemed like in football, every time we had a semifinal on the west side, it ended up being what should have been the state championship game in football. And you want the best teams in state. You want the best games in state.
And what I would like to see, MSHSAA kind of preaches, well, we got travel restrictions and we have this and we have that, which throw your travel restrictions out the door if you're MSHSAA, because guess what? You had Hannibal in the same district with Harrisonville for multiple years. That's a 4.5-hour drive, people. 4.5 hours. So don't tell me that it's got to do with travel. Number two, you have these pods. You northwest, southwest, you have northeast and southwest or southeast. So you have these 4 pods. You can travel within that area. I would like to see them. There's 24 teams basically in all 4. Take those 24 teams and seed them. Whether you give the first, the top 8 a bye, and then you play it into where you go to where there's 16 after that first round, however you want to do it, but you could seed it to where you reward the teams that have good regular seasons. Because you have a situation this time, and of course, it happens to be Harrisonville and whatever, call me a homer, but I would be frustrated if I was Nevada. Guess what? They have basically the best record out of these 24 teams. They got seeded 3rd in our district. I get it. Grandview's won back-to-back state titles, but does your body of work not mean anything? So you got to do something different. Class 2 in Southwest Missouri has 3 of the top 4 ranked teams in the state, and they're going to have 2 of them are going to play each other in a district title game, and the 3rd one's going to have to play them in a sectional game. So right there, 3 of the best teams out of the state, you're only going to have 1 left going into the quarterfinals.
So bottom line is you're not bringing the best teams to the state. I mean, that's
you're not, and you've got to figure out ways. You know what Kansas does? They have an 8-game state championships. You win your sub-state, you go to state, and you got a shot, and they reseed it when they get to state. There's never going to be a perfect solution. I get that. You know, somebody's always going to be upset. You know, what about us? What about us? I just think you can do better. And you know what, Gary? I don't like participation trophies.
I knew you were going to go there. We already talked about that out there.
So, what are we doing when we're giving, you know, these teams that are 1-21? I mean, they get a district game, but let's just try something for all the guys that have had a great year. Nevertheless, that's my soapbox. I'm over it. But Harrisonville's got some extra motivation now. They got seeded 5th. I think they want to prove to people they're better than a 5 seed.
Well, and the beauty of it is, who do they play next Saturday? They're going to be playing Warrensburg, the team they beat twice, and the team that they're ranked below. So absolutely, if I was Harrisonville, I wouldn't only want to go out there and win. I would want to go out there and make a point, not only to Warrensburg, because it's not Warrensburg's fault. Obviously, it's not there.
Well, it could be, but
yeah, but I want to make a point to the ultimately to Misha. Hey, this is what happened. I know the coaches vote on it and everything else, but the fact remains is I want to make a point to Misha that, you know, there's some flaw here, and this shouldn't have happened. But it seems like, well, I'm not going to go there.
I get you. It is what it is. But I started looking into it because I wanted to really see where we're at. There's 24 teams in the Northwest area. Harrisonville's got the 8th best record. Obviously, they get the 4th best record, or the 4th best record in their district. But that just shows you the top-heavy part of the district. And those are all over the state. You know, you've got districts. The district up, here's an example. The district up north, Kearney's 10-12, St. Joe Lafayette's 13-7, Benton's 15-8, and then we got 11-11, 7-13, and 11-11. Then the other district has 14-9, 14-8, 6-17, 5-19, 2-20, and 1-19. So, you know, that's the crazy part of it is let's spread that out a little bit. So we're going to take a timeout. We're going to be back with more here on your pregame show. We're about 15 minutes away from tip-off. Cats Oak Grove set for a conference showdown here tonight.
From convenience with the Joe Coffee ordering app or comfort with a beautiful area to sit and sip a coffee and do some work, Brickhouse Coffee is Harrisonville's hometown coffee shop. Located on the corner of Harrisonville's historic square, Brickhouse Coffee has a little something for everyone. Check out their Facebook page for upcoming events, and remember to stay warm with some hot coffee this winter.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you, and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
The where the grammars go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside of Panther Fieldhouse on the campus of Oak Grove High School, Oak Grove, Missouri. And we have an MRVC West first place showdown. 5-2 Oak Grove, 5-2 Harrisonville. Winner has the inside edge, had a conference championship, and they've got a little bit easier road after this game, so this is really a game Harrisonville needs to put that game up on them. Maybe a little bit of tired legs. Oak Grove played Odessa twice this week and beat them both games, so you got to give them credit for that to be able to get to this point. But for the Wildcats, you want this game because Oak Grove has Pleasant Hill next week, I think on Thursday night, but they have Excelsior in there next week as well, and Excelsior's only won one game all year and no games in the conference. So
yeah, and we both have Pleasant Hill next week. So.
Yeah, so it's one of those situations where you would like to get a W tonight. Then you got a one-game advantage on everybody heading into the last week of the regular season, and you could even drop a game and still share a conference title. I don't think anybody likes to share because, might as well give them all a conference title.
Because why?
Because everybody gets a trophy. But it is a pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Gary, I think you got something you were wanting to add.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those that we'll see when they get the starting lineups, Brody Rogers will not be in the starting lineup. He didn't even make the trip tonight. At least I haven't seen him. He's been under the weather a little bit all week, and so he's hopefully going to be back and for next week healthy. So.
And, yeah, he is, I believe, in bed, probably at home watching and listening to this. Him and his father both probably at home watching. So, Brody, get well soon. Phil, take care of the boys so we can get them back healthy next week for this conference title run. Want to give a couple shout-outs real quick. Our wrestlers are wrestling this week. Our girls, Nani and Chloe, both are going to wrestle for state championships. Milena is still in wrestlebacks. Nick Ripperger finished his season 22-15. He went 1-2 down at the state championships. Didn't get to the medal stage. And then Cade Weber was still in the third round of wrestlebacks. Trevor Campbell wrestles tonight. If he wins tonight, he will wrestle for a state championship tomorrow. If he loses, he has to go into the wrestlebacks. But I think he's assured of at least wrestling for 5th or 6th. So he's guaranteed a state medal right now. But I think he would like to win that semifinal match and wrestle for a state title.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So those guys are doing well. I haven't heard anything about the swimmer that's down at state, so if we hear anything about that, we will let you know as well. But we've got basketball headed your way. It'll be an interesting matchup with Brody out tonight, Gary. I'll be interested to see who they put on Tully Thompson, their leading scorer. Our shutdown defender this year has been Kennedy Atkinson.
That's what I was going to say.
And I would like to see how long Coach goes before Kennedy's not in there on Tully. I think he had 17 or 19 against us the first time. He had 14 of those in the first half. They really did a good job on him in the second half. So
yeah, and Jacob Poisel's come off the bench very well as well. So I think with both of those, I think it's going to maybe not do exactly what they were preparing for, but do what we've got to do.
It changes your complexion of your offense. It's going to change the complexion of how you play. You're not going to play as much inside out as you would with Brody in there. Brody had 22 against Oak Grove the last time these two played. So he did not play a whole lot against Warrensburg the other night. He got a couple of quick fouls when he got in there in the first half and then just didn't play a whole lot, didn't have a whole lot of gas in the tank. So they know how to play without Brody. Obviously, you would like Brody in the lineup. So they're going to have to adjust, and they're going to play just a little bit harder tonight.
Well, and he's had some games where he got in foul trouble real early, and they had to play the whole game, or not the whole, but a lot of the first half and a lot of the second half as well. So they've been there, and that's not Brody's fault. I mean, it just happens sometimes. You end up getting in foul trouble, and, hey, it is what it is. So
I was a little tough. I texted his dad after the game, or I was texting him the other day, and I said it was a little tough on Brody on the broadcast. He wasn't real happy with a couple of those fouls, and his body language got bad, and he kind of did the shoulder shrug. And I just said, you can't do that out on the floor, because then they're for sure not going to give you those calls. Just, you know what, if you don't agree with it, just kind of clap your hands and say, all right, my bad, go on your next call, and you may get some of those calls. If you start pointing out you don't agree with them, then they get to be a little bit more ticky-tack.
Yeah, I did that when I was in high school on the pitching mound, and the umpire never liked it behind the plate.
Oh, he didn't like when you stared after a ball was called?
That wasn't the only thing I did a couple of times. So anyway.
Well, you would probably be able to be hired by a major league team to throw a couple beanballs this year, because I think there's a certain major league team that's probably going to get hit a few more times than normal this year.
Probably by every team they play.
Absolutely. So, all right, well, we got about 6 minutes before we go to the opening tip. Let's take another couple of minute timeout. We'll be back with starting lineups, keys to the game after this. You're watching High School Sports. 4T's broadcasting on YouTube and 4Ts.com.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location, across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, add the tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need one roll of sod, one scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
Welcome back to your pregame show, brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Start saving for your students' future today. Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC. It is time. Let's run down some keys to the game. Key to your finances is a free checking account from Hawthorne Bank. obviously, key number one for us tonight, you got to slow down Thompson. You slow him down, you slow Oak Grove down. That's key number one for me tonight.
Yeah, and I think we can do it, obviously, in the second half. I didn't see that game, but obviously in the second half something happened. Either he got cold or somebody slowed him down. He had a big first half, didn't have much in the second half, so it can be had.
Key number two, you got to start fast against this Oak Grove Panther team. It's always loud in here. You want to take their fans out of it early and make them start chasing you. If you can do that early, get a couple threes early, you can set the tone for the game.
That, and we need to have 4 good quarters. I mean, we don't have to have 4 great quarters, but we always have 1 bad quarter, and it seems like it's either been the second or the third all year. So we need to be consistent all the way through, especially the first half, and then take it into the second half.
Well, I'll run down the starters real quick. Those were the keys to the game. Starting lineup is brought to you by Atrobe's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Stop by, see Arlene and the crew, and browse the showroom on Plaza Drive. For the Cats, it'll be Jenkins, George, Langer, Knowles, and Poisel. And the starters we did have for Oak Grove, it was Marsh, Thompson, Hicks, Kirk, and Wyckoff, and that's who we'll go with and see if they change it up on senior night. We'll see if they're going to do a national. I think they may not. They did it before the girls, so I think they're just going to do the starters. They're going to announce the starters here, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. So, Gary, talk is over. The first place showdown is moments away.
Yeah, bear with me because it's not the same starters as we had.
And I believe it's probably all seniors if I was a guessing man.
Well, I'm not sure because everybody took their shirts off. So
we got 0, 5, 11. Oh, well, we had 0, 5, 11, 23, and 40.
44 is also 24. So
that might be, or maybe they're just going to announce the senior. Maybe they'll announce all the senior boys for starters, but we know who the Cats are going to be. Cats are going to go left to right in the first half. They're going to be in their OA blue tops, blue bottoms, white trim with a little bit of black, white numbers, white letters, and the block H on the shorts. For Oak Grove, it is going to be white tops, white bottoms, black letters, orange numbers, black trim around the shorts, and orange trim down the sides that wraps around the front. So Oak Grove and Harrisonville set to do battle here. They announced all the seniors, so it looks like 5 of them may start in this one.
Well, I don't think it'll be all 7. I hope not anyway, but
nothing would surprise me. But no, it'll be 5 of them. But that was nice that they went ahead and announced all 7 of them. That was pretty cool of them to be able to do that. They may do the same thing next Thursday. Harrisonville has a plethora of seniors as well. So it looks like it'll be Poisel jumping it up against Gosling. I believe Gosling is 44 if I'm not mistaken. So we are ready to go. It's going to be Knowles and Gosling to jump it up from midcourt. And it'll be controlled by the Panthers. They're going to bring it up, go from left to right in this first half. Top of the key, Wyckoff with it. He'll fire a quick 3. No good. Rebound underneath by Thompson. Stepped on the in line, and it goes back to the Cats. So no score, just underway. 7:47 to go here, first quarter. Here comes the Cats. Jenkins brings it across the timeline for the Wildcats. He's going to dribble right to the bucket, goes to the corner now for Langer. Langer going to work his way in, kick it around, corner for Jenkins. Up front, 3-ball thought about, Brooks Langer shuffled those feet, and it's a turnover back to Oak Grove. Brooks Langer's sister came up, lives in Boston, was thanking us for doing the broadcast. She's got to watch a lot of the games this year. I said, you better hope he has a good game tonight or you're going to be in trouble. Out front on the right side, Thompson with it. He loses the handle, gets it back now, skips it across. 3-ball on the way over. Shoots that one is Marsh, and it goes back to the Cats with about 7:05 to go first quarter. Top of the key between the circles. Poisel with it, going to set up his offense, goes over to George. George has got it right side wing. Goes into the corner, fires a three. No, rattles in, rattles out. Cats with the offensive rebound. Langer, step back, thought about it now, skips it across and out of bounds. A little bit wild on the pass there. And still no score with 6:45 to go here in the opening quarter. Both teams kind of trying to feel each other out right now. Wyckoff with it for Oak Grove. Dribbles all the way over to the right side wing. Going to go all the way into the blocks. Puts it up, no. Rebound tossed around and up to the Cats. Jenkins has it. He's going to go last, no good. Knowles with the putback. And it's 2-0 Cats early. After the Colby Knowles bucket, three way outside. Thompson, good. And that gives Oak Grove the lead at 3-2. He does have good range, does Thompson, and he showed it right there deep on the wing right side. Between the circles, Jenkins with it. 6 minutes to go here, first quarter. 3-2, Oak Grove with the early lead. Alley-oop, back door, and Langer misses, and it goes back the other way. Get it off to Wyckoff. He dribbles into the lane, now backs it back up, skips it into the corner. Marsh underneath for Gosling for two. So Gessling for two, and it is 5-2. Skip pass for Knowles, three ball, no. Rebound goes to Poisel, though. He's going to back it down, no. Put back, no. A foul right there on Wyckoff. And George will go to the line for a pair. Cats' ball movement is good early on, but they're just not, I feel like they're almost passing up good shots, being a little bit too unselfish here in the early going. They're making that one extra pass, but that one extra pass is then resulting in a little bit more than they want. 5-3 the score. One more to go here for George. 5:28 to go first quarter. 5-3 our score. Second free throw coming up. Landon knocks them both down. It's 5-4, back to a one-point game. Back we go the other way. They go into the corner. Three ball on the way. Rattles in, rattles out. George with the rebound. Three ball put up by Kellogg. He could not knock it down. Almost miscommunication there. Cats able to pick it up, though, back up front. Right side, spinning around left side wing. Now Jenkins. Jenkins top of the key for Knowles. Knowles to Jenkins. Jenkins gives inside for Poisel, and it is turnover back the other way. Glasson good. And that was Marsh for two, and it goes right back the other way. Langer for three, no, short. Rebound tipped out of there, picked up, and now Marsh going to chase it down, and he was out of bounds, and a turnover back the other way. If there's one thing the Cats do a little bit, and it may be on film, and I see a lot of teams with steals on them, they get lazy with their passes. They just nonchalantly pass it, and that was a situation with it right there. Kick it over to Jenkins. He's got it on the wing, a little give and go underneath. Now spin move by Poisel, glass no good. A rebound in there, picked up by Oak Grove ahead to Thompson. He goes across the timeline with it, has it on the wing, dribbles to the top of the key, over to the corner. Inside they go. Marsh, hands off, jumper, no good. That one was Ewing. He couldn't knock it down, and it goes back the other way with 4:05 to go first quarter. Cats down by 3. And not sure what they called right there, but nevertheless it was a turnover.
It hit the backboard, but I thought underneath the backboard it was fine.
Yeah, if it hits the backboard, it should be fine. If it hits behind the backboard and that black behind there, yes. But Thompson going to bring it up 7-4 early. 4 minutes to go here, first quarter of this one. Ball knocked away by Filer, picked back up by Marsh. Marsh going to kick it in the corner. Three ball, no, misses everything. Rebound underneath by the Cats. And they're going to push it ahead. Poisel, good touch pass to Jenkins. over to Filer. Filer fires. Filer delivers. 7-7. Start calling him Big Shot, man. He always knocks them down when they need him. And it's tied at 7 apiece on the 3 ball by Filer. Now a rebound underneath, out of bounds, back to the Cats. .321 to go here, first quarter. We got a timeout on the floor. It looks like Oak Grove going to call the timeout. So we'll keep it right here with you on that 30-second. It's tied at 7 apiece, and it's kind of a back-and-forth battle here, and it always seems like, Gary, Evan Filer hits those threes at the right opportunity time. He did it against Webb City. He had a big one against Warrensburg the other night when they needed one, and it's same thing here. Early going, you're down 3, you need a little bit of offense. Evan Filer hits when he needs one.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, and he hadn't been in but just a second, so he wasn't cold. He was already ready hot to hit it down. So
my wife is at an intense basketball game as well. The 1 and 2 seeds of district number 9, I believe, are doing battle tonight. A Class 4 district matchup, Bolivar and Logan Rogersville. Little floater, Filer, good. And Evan Filer with 5 straight points, and the Cats have a 2-point lead. We'll get back to that game in a little bit. We got a little bit of a basketball game headed here ourselves. Hipsher now into the ball game, skips it over to the wing, into the corner for Marsh. Marsh looks inside for Thompson, over, spin it around the other way, 3 ball from the corner, good. Wyckoff knocks it down, and it's 10-9. We got a lead change with 2:45 to go first quarter. Jenkins brings it over into the corner for Filer. Filer gives it to Atkinson. Glasson, good. It popped out but dropped back down. And it's an 11-10 game. Cats regain the lead. Go inside with this one. Spin move, Marsh puts it up, no good. Kellogg put back, no. Rebound on the backside by Jenkins. And the Cats are going to control it. Actually, that was Hipsher. And back Jenkins goes the other way. And a Marsh foul. Atkinson to throw it in on the far sideline. 2:16 to go first quarter of this one. 11-10 our score. Kobe Norris into the game for the Cats. They get it underneath for George Glass. Or he just floats it. No Glass. And a 2-point bucket. Cats up 13-10 with 2:12. We got another timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com.
All right, welcome back inside of Panther Fieldhouse in Oak Grove, Missouri. MRVC West Showdown. The Cats lead 13-10 with a couple of minutes to go here in the first quarter. I think 2:12 to go in the first quarter, but I don't know because they're counting down the timeout. So we'll get the exact time.
55 seconds.
Good minutes so far from Evan Filer off the bench. He hit a bucket when we needed one, and then he hit that floater on the baseline. So the Cats are in business here, up by 3 with 2:12 to go in the first quarter of this one. And they're going to bring the ball up. It'll be Wyckoff, and then he hands off. They spin it over for Ewing. Ewing now hands off Hicks. Hicks to Ewing. Ewing looking to get it inside. They go off for the drive, no good. And Ewing goes over the back, nothing called as he climbed up the back there. I know there's not an over-the-back call, but back the other way. Cats try to answer with a 3, no good. And that could have been a travel. Both guys on the same team. Goes back the other way. They kick it in the corner. Ewing knocked out of bounds by Filer. 1:36 to go in the first. So Jones checks in for Oak Grove. Trying to get it in. They get it in to Jones. Back up front they go to Hicks. Back to Jones. And he loses the handle on it, goes right to the Cats. Filer over to Norris. Norris going to drive. Floater, no, but he'll go to the free throw line. He gets Jones off his feet. Into the line goes Norris. So 1:23 to go first quarter. Cats up by 3. Norris at the line. First free throw is short. Has one more to go here. Norris, a very good free throw shooter, misses the front end of that one. Knowles and George check out. 1:23 to go still here in the first. Second free throw, no, missed them both. They're going to get Atkinson for the Cats' first foul right there. That looked like good position on Kennedy's part, but he's going to pick up a quick foul. 1:22 to go here, first quarter, 13-10 the score. So uncharacteristic of Norris to miss both of those. And Skip pass it out for Hicks. Hicks spins it around to Jones. Jones back to Hicks. Hicks has got it, goes inside, now hands off to Thompson. He's going to put up a jumper, good. Makes it 13-12. And the Cats go back the other way, up by 1. The ball out front. Norris with it, going to cross over dribble, now get it back to Langer. Langer looks back door, now backs it up, guarded by Thompson. On the wing, now going to step in and gets it stripped away. 3 early turnovers by Langer in this one. Put it off the glass, no. Tried to knock it down was Hicks, and the Cats come back with the ball up by 1, 35 seconds to go here first quarter. Filer going to hand off for Norris, and the Cats probably going to go for one last shot here and go into the end of the first quarter with a lead at the worst, above 1. So Norris going to direct traffic here, gets it over to Langer. Langer's got it outside to Atkinson. Atkinson drives back, gets it to Norris. Norris going to drive, and now onto the turf they go. Picked up, put in by Schroeder. Long chuck, just short, but he gave it a good run. We go to the end of the first. Monty Schroeder with the tip in, put back, and the Cats lead by 3.
Who shot that one, the long one?
Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
All right, welcome back. 1 quarter in the books. Cats lead by 3, 15-12. A back and forth battle in the first quarter. We had 3 lead changes in that first quarter. We also had a tie, and the Cats find themselves up by 3 at the end of 1. So a back and forth battle. Nothing more you would expect out of a chance for first place in conference, Gary.
No, and I like at least we're on top.
And they get the ball back, so that was almost like a 2-for-1 opportunity there since they didn't get the jump ball at the beginning. So the Cats going to have the ball up by 3. Get it into Atkinson. He's going to hand off for Norris. Little lob backdoor, glass and good.
I think they practiced that.
Kennedy Atkinson, and it's 17-12. Cats up 5. Back the other way we go with it. Wyckoff with it. 17-foot jumper, no. And you'll let them have that jumper all night long. 17, 16-foot jumpers. And he goes back the other way. Cats up by 5. Early moments of the second quarter. Get it off for Filer. Filer's got it. Looks inside. Now kicks it back. Atkinson over to Norris. Norris going to give a pick or get a pick from Atkinson. A little pick and roll action. Nothing doing there. Atkinson going to back his way down. Kick it in the corner. Langer 3-ball. Good. Brooks Langer knocks it down, and the Cats up 8, 20-12. Back the other way they go with it. Thompson gets it knocked away from him, picks it back up way outside. He's going to go other side with it for Marsh. Marsh going to back himself in. Hands off to Jones, no good. Rebound by Schroeder, and it goes back the other way with 6:59 to go. First half, Cats up 8 in the ball. Norris hands off for Atkinson. Atkinson looking for somebody, gets the help from Filer. Filer directing traffic, hands off to Norris with 6:45 to go first half, 20-12. Cats with the lead. Get it over for Filer. Filer to Schroeder. Schroeder gets it knocked away, picks it back up, kicks it off in the corner for Norris. Norris goes up and under, no good. Stripped away, back the other way it goes. Thompson with it. He's going to push it up. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound inside, picked up by Langer, and he gets it to Norris after he falls on the ground. The 3 by Wyckoff was no good. So with 6:15 to go in the half, Cats up by 8 in the basketball. They get it in the corner for Filer. Filer step in jumper, no. Gets his own rebound, kicks it to Atkinson. Elbow jumper, Atkinson, no. Cats with another offensive rebound. They're beating everybody to the ball right now. You got to get those loose balls. Now Norris with it out front. He's going to cross over, dribble, drop it baseline. Now outside for Langer. Langer will drive. Floater, good. Brooks Langer for 2, and the Cats up 10, 22-12 with 5:40 to go in the first half. Back the other way they come, reach in, foul. They're going to call that on Langer. Just the second team foul, first foul on him. Hicks was going in. So here we go. Thompson's got it outside. Tried to do something with it. Dribbles around. Hands off. 3 ball on the way by Jones. Good. He knocks that to the bottom of the net. Makes it 22-15. Cats with the ball and the lead. 5:20 to go. Now Norris fires. No good. Rebound by Thompson. They can score in bunches. They can get a bucket here. They're going to be down 4, and they were just down 10. Kick it in the corner. 3 ball on the way. No. Rebound Atkinson. He hands it off to Norris, and it goes back the other way. Norris has it across the timeline. Going to dribble in the paint. Reach in, foul on the floor. Going to call that on Marsh. I believe that's 2 on Marsh, if that's who it is on. They call that one
Kellogg.
actually on Kellogg. He comes out as Gessling comes in for him. So Jenkins back in the game. Cats gave some of their starters a lot of rest right there.
Yeah.
He rolled with who he had going. So Knowles and Jenkins back in the game, and Poisel as well. They get it out front for Knowles. Knowles looking inside. He's going to start his dribble. He's going to drive in. Now handoff for Poisel. Poisel backs it up in the corner left side. Left volleyball line is Knowles. Get it between the circles now for Norris. Back to Knowles with 4:40 to go in the half. Cats with a 7-point lead. Spin it over to Poisel. He looks inside, goes into the corner now. And out of the corner with his dribble to the wing is Knowles. Skip it over left wing into the left corner, Langer. Langer back out front for Norris. Cats running their offense, 4:25 to go here in the half. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Norris. And it goes back the other way.
That was a pretty good acting on.
And I gotta give Kobe a little bit of credit. He just laughed because they didn't call the whistle until Coach jumped up and said something. And yes, he did scoot across like Kobe gave him a forearm shiver, and it was a little bit less than that.
Well, considerably less than that.
Wyckoff goes inside. Gessling can't hang on to it to Jones, and then Jones with the putback. 22-17, back to a 5-point game on the strength of a couple of Hunter Jones buckets. 3:59 to go here in the first half. 22-17 the score. They get it off for Poisel. Poisel's got it on the wing, goes inside for Knowles. Knowles in the lane, no. Rebound Gessling. He gets it ahead for Wyckoff. Wyckoff going to push, and he goes up strong. Blocking foul called on George. That's a good call right there. George wasn't quite set, and he hit him off to the side, and Marsh going to go to the free throw line for a pair. Oh, wow, they're going to call that on the floor. So Jones to pass it in here. So Thompson in the corner, thinking about driving. He's going to pull up from about 17. Glass no good. Rebound by Langer. Cats with a 5-point lead in the ball. Jenkins pushes it up. Goes inside. Langer good. Brooks Langer finding his groove now, 24-17. Cats up by 7. Langer with 7 for the Cats. Thompson goes back the other way. Floater good. Can't do anything about that. That's just a good shot made right there by Thompson. 5-point game, 3:05 to go first half. Cats looking to get it inside now. A start dribble is Knowles. They get it over to Langer. Langer's got it left side wing, looking inside for it. Gets it out front now for George. George going to hand off. No, he fakes the handoff. Now going to shoot it from 15. Backside. Cats with an offensive rebound. They kick it outside. 3-ball Jenkins. No. And that one goes off the guide wire and back to Oak Grove. Good news, Cats are up by 5. Bad news is Cats are shooting not real well from the outside in this one. So 24-19, 3-ball the other way. Jones rattles in, rattles out. Rebound for the Cats. Poisel with it. He's got it in the backcourt, hands off for Knowles, and the Cats bring it across. They get it into the corner for Langer. Langer over for Knowles, I should say. Knowles now hands off for George. George now to Jenkins. Jenkins got it between the circles with 2:18 to go here in the half. 5-point Cat lead, 24-19 is our score. Knowles tries to back his way in now, backs it up for Langer. Cats doing a good job running their offense, running a motion, everybody moving, and another offensive foul on the Cats. Their 5th of the half, first on Knowles. And Thompson going to bring it up with 2 minutes to go in the half. 24-19 Cat lead. Wyckoff with it on the wing. Into the corner he goes with it. Little step in, no. Back it back up. Kellogg had it now. Hands off for Wyckoff. Wyckoff going to back it up. And now going to head on in. And now throws it away. Cat's going to run it down. And it's over and back, and the Cats will get the ball up by 5 with 1:43 to go in the half. Checking out will be Kellogg. Ewing checks in for him. They get it into Knowles. Knowles waits for Jenkins, and Jenkins going to run the O. Get it over to Langer. He'll fire. No good. A long rebound goes to Jones. Jones hands off to Ewing, to Thompson, ahead to Jones. 1:29 to go. Underneath they go for Marsh. Give and go to Thompson. And he's got 9 in the game, and it's 24-21. 3-point game. They go inside. Little spin move up and under, and Ewing hammers Poisel, and Poisel going to go to the free throw line. So 1:12 to go in the half. It's been a good half. 24-21. Cats lead by 3. They led by as many as 10 here in this first half, and they find themselves up 10 right now. First one, no good. Has one more to go. Cats not knocking down their free throws, just 2 of 5 from the line so far tonight. Poisel at the line for his second. 24-21. Second one is good. So 1:12 to go in the half. 25-21 our score. Cats up by 4. And we got a timeout on the floor. Is that a Harrisonville timeout, I believe? Just a 30, so we'll keep it right here with you. So both teams with 5 fouls in the first half, a back-and-forth battle. Cats lead by 4, 25-21 our score. They led it 22-12, a 9-2 run. Got Oak Grove to within 3. Cats push it back to 4 right there. So Cats went on a little bit of a scoring drought right there. And it was a quick 5, and they can score. You know, that shows you the difference from basketball now to 25 years ago. That three-point line, you know, it used to be a weapon if you had a guy that can shoot threes. Now everybody can shoot them. And you get into a situation of back-to-back threes after you get a stop, a 10-point lead becomes 4, and it changes the complexion of the game quickly. Wyckoff's got it outside, dribbles over to the wing, left side, going to go inside with it, and through the legs, and Atkinson went through Atkinson's legs too, and it shimmied off of him and out of bounds. Jones Going to pass it into Ewing. Ewing going to try to step back. Thompson, 3-ball short. Long rebound going to be chased down by Knowles. And Knowles gets it knocked away, out of bounds.
That was a good play by Knowles.
And, yeah, very heads-up play by Knowles to know that he had a defender behind him, and he wasn't
gave it to him. Let him walk it out.
So they're going to put him in the corner. Knowles to pass it in. 4-point lead with 53.9 seconds to go here in the half. Cats trying to get a bucket here.
I'm not so certain I wouldn't run this 50 seconds down all the way.
If they allow you, I would think about it as well. Cats have been pretty good with the basketball in the first half and running their offense and running a big chunk of their offense off the or big chunk of time off of the clock.
Yeah, they've been running their offense. I mean, that's been a good thing about it. And been patient for the most part. There's been a couple of times they came down and shot maybe a little bit too soon.
Jenkins has it to the wing. He's got it inside, little floater. That's not the shot you want though right there. Goes back the other way. Wyckoff with it, a 4-point deficit, and he fires from the elbow. And if rebound Ewing, he can't get it to go. And now Thompson gets it, stripped away from him, picked up by Jenkins with 20 seconds to go. So both teams with ill-advised shots, and now the Cats throw it away. Back the other way it goes. Inside, and they go into the corner. Thompson with it with 9. Tries to back his way down. They skip it over. Atkinson with it. Ahead to the Cats. Glasson good to the free throw line. Landon George just waited for the defender to make contact, and he knocks it down. Makes it 27-21.
And, you know, that was all made by Kennedy Atkinson's hustle because he slid all the way out of the court into the area of concession.
And, you know, I don't like, we talk about NBA legends. You don't want to compare a high school kid, but I love the way he plays the game. He plays a lot like Rodman. The basket is good on the free throw, an old-fashioned three-point play, 28-21. Cats up by a touchdown, 1.5 seconds to go in the half. And here we go, three-pointer from half court, off the top of the rim, no good. We go to the half, Cats up 28-21. We'll be back in a few minutes.
When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today. Buying a house is a full-time job in itself. Why not take the work out of finding your dream home? Go see Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage Realtors today. Locally owned and members of the community, American Heritage is sure to help you find everything you need in a new home. With insight to local schools, parks, and neighborhoods, they'll match you with everything you want for your dream home. So when the time comes to buy or sell, call American Heritage Realtors at 816-380-6161 or visit them today online at americanheritage-realtors.com.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, welcome back. Our score at the half in Oak Grove. It is 28-21 Cats with a 7-point lead. They went to as many as a 10-point lead at 22-12, but Oak Grove tightened it up and got within 3, but the Cats pushed it out on the strength of some hustle in that last minute. It was an ugly last minute of basketball, a lot of turnovers, but it ended up being a hustle play by Atkinson, who went out the door to grab some popcorn, trying to save it on the one end, and comes down and steals the cross-court pass that Thompson tried to make over to Wyckoff. So the hustle play, pop it out to George. George was able to knock down the jump or the layup with a guy on his back and get the and one opportunity and knock it down. Gives the Cats a 7-point lead at the half.
Yeah, and one thing I said at the beginning is I wanted to see us, play good all 4 quarters, maybe not the best, but good. First quarter, 15-12. We won that quarter by 3. Second quarter, 13-9. Won that quarter by 7. So we up by 7. What did I say?
By 7. It was by 4.
Oh, we're up by 7.
Yes.
We won that one by 4. So that's the beauty of it. Now, if we can just come out and play the third. The fourth, we usually play pretty good. And the third, we had some of those good and bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do the scoring real quick, and then you can take care of the rest if that's okay. Leading the way with us is Georgia Langer with 7. Evan Filer came in and had that great 3, and then he had a 2 right behind that. He's got 5. Kennedy Atkinson with his hustles got 4. And then we've got Colby Knowles and Monty Schroeder with 2. That was a good bucket by Monty down here. And then bringing up the rest of the scoring is Jacob Poisel with 1 to total out of 28. Leading the way for them, just like we figured probably would happen. Thompson with 9, and then Hunter Jones, who didn't play any in the game before. At least I didn't see any him playing. He's got 5, and then there's several with 2 and 3 points after that. So to round out their scoring with 21.
Well, and here's a couple of things I like what I see on the score sheet. 7 Wildcats have scored. Okay, so you're playing good team basketball. So that was awesome. Bryce Jenkins does not have any points. That's a little bit of an anomaly, and when you can be up 7 without him scoring and you don't have Brody Rogers here as well, that shows you this team, everybody else is coming together to help this team tonight. Monty Schroeder, that's a huge bucket on that putback at the end of the first quarter. We don't have that. You don't know how that second quarter goes. It's a 13-12 game at the end of the first quarter, and you don't know they hit the first bucket of the second quarter. It could have been a lot different situation. So, nevertheless, everybody contributing for the Cats. Kobe Norris doesn't have any points, and Bryce Jenkins, those are the only 2 that don't have points that have played in the game.
And 2 that you would normally have points. So you got to feel good right there. Bryce has only shot the ball 3 times, once in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter. And Kobe's only shot it 3 times as well, once in the first, twice in the second. So, I do think that they're going to see some shots in the second half, and looking forward to coming out of half, leading by 7. We've got to be settled down. We're back out on the court. They don't like to get cold, and they're already back out with only like 3 or 4 minutes after the halftime started. So like that, and looking forward to a good second half from them.
We're going to obviously take another quick break, but in that break, I'd love you to see what we're shooting from three-point range percentage-wise. The halftime stats brought to you by our friends at Uptown Event Space. Why pay a fortune on a venue for a wedding? Get maximum space and amenities and paved parking at half the cost at Uptown Event Space. It is our halftime show brought to you by Suzy Q. Throw out the New Year's resolutions. Go get a Suzy Q Tenderloin today. We'll be back. Cats lead 28-21 at the half.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Dominick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Nobody needs to be left stranded with a broken car in the winter cold. Take your vehicle into Young's Auto and have them give you a full winter checkup. Their experienced staff will make sure you are ready for even the coldest winter days and nights. Don't just rely on anyone with your car. Go see Young's Auto Repair and let them give you peace of mind during these cold winter months. Young's Auto on Commercial, behind the garage.
Well, I'm glad I didn't have to run any farther. Jerry just put me back out on the halftime show. Again, our halftime show is brought to you by Suzy Q. No halftime portions at Suzy Q's. Throw out the New Year's resolutions. Get a Suzy Q tenderloin today. Cats lead 28-21 as we set for second half action. Gary's going to get us some stats real quick here in a minute, and then we'll be ready for second half action.
Threes, we're 2 for 9. They're 3 for 15. Basically both 20%. We're 22% and they're at 20%.
Yeah, you know, whoever maybe gets hot in the second half from three, that could be the
Bryce
difference.
Jenkins, Kobe Norris, both who are, do shoot a lot of threes, so.
Cats came into this week needing 2 wins. They were 4-2 in conference. They got one. They're halfway to another one. A lot of basketball left to be played. Let's see what the Cats can do in this second half. Again, thanks for joining us for that Suzy Q halftime show. We go to the second half. I was telling you, my wife is down in Bolivar. Bolivar's playing Logan Rogersville. They're the 1 and the 2 seed. Logan Rogersville's the 1 seed. They are 16-7. Bolivar's the 2 seed. They're 19-2.
You trying to make a point there?
I am. Yes, I am. My son's across the way just talking to random people, I think, over at – I got one son here and I got one son down in Bolivar. And we're underway second half. Step in, back up, Thompson with it. Get it off for Marsh. Marsh going to dribble to the top of the key. Goes down low. They give and go to Gessling, 4-2. Gessling knocks it down, and it is a 28-23 game. Cats with the ball out front is Knowles with it. Back to Jenkins. He's wide open for 3. No. Offensive rebound by the Cats. And a reach-in foul going to be called on – they call that on Thompson. So the Cats will maintain possession. Good hustle play. Cats are getting the offensive rebounds. It's been the difference in this game right now. Try to get the ball in and get it in up front for Langer. Langer over to Jenkins. Jenkins back out front between the circles for Langer. Into the corner for George. Back out front they go from Knowles to Langer. Floater, no. Rebound Marsh for Oak Grove. They're going to push it with numbers. Wyckoff, glass, good. 28-25. So Wyckoff knocks it down, and it's a 3-point game just like that. Start of the second half, 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Get it off. Now back out front they go. Over to George. George with it way outside to Jenkins. Jenkins, elbow jumper, no. Rebound goes to Oak Grove. They're going to push it ahead. Wyckoff again, glass in, good. And it's a 1-point game, 28-27. Oak Grove comes out on fire, 6-0 run. We got a timeout. We'll take one as well. Cats up 1.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
All right, welcome back. 6:32 to go, third quarter. Oak Grove, a 6-0 run, gets them to within one.
They've had 3 shots, made all 3. We've had 3 shots, missed all 3.
So Cats up one and the basketball. Trying to protect that lead and trying to get some offense going here in the second half. Good defense out front on the Cats, and Jenkins gets it stripped away by Thompson. And now Jenkins gets it back. Knowles with it. Now to Jenkins, and Jenkins going to dribble it out of the corner to the top of the key. Get it off for a 3 by George, no good. And they're going to call the foul on Poisel. Poisel just kind of tossed Marsh to the wayside on the box out. And now Oak Grove a chance to regain the lead. They have not led since 10-9 back in the first quarter. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Drive by Wyckoff, good. 29-28, an 8-0 run gives Oak Grove their first lead since the first quarter. Poisel's got it, he walks with it. And the Cats have come out flat. The dreaded third quarter has shown up for the Wildcats. It was early season, third quarter was a bad quarter for them. Then it went to the second quarter. Now the third quarter has again bit them so far in this one. And a jumper by Jones, no good. Rebound by the Cats. Push it ahead for Langer, and Langer gets it to Jenkins. Corner for Langer. Good. Brooks Langer goes to 31-29, and back the other way they go. And they're going to call a hand check foul on the Cats. Call that on George. That'll be 2 on him. Ball on the baseline here. They try to get in. They get into Thompson. He's going to shoot a 3 and knock it down. Thompson knocks it down, makes it 32-31, gives them the lead back. So 32-31 here, 5:05 to go, third quarter. Cats down 1 and the basketball. Get it over to Langer. Langer's kind of had the hot hand for the Cats tonight. Back to Jenkins, back door they go. And now up for George. He dribbles out of the corner, left side to the left wing, now back to the left wing for Langer. To Jenkins, back to Langer. He'll fire. No, put back good. And we're tied, or 1 point lead for the Cats, 33-32. 4 consecutive lead changes down the floor. 3 ball deep, no good. Cats with the rebound, and it goes back the other way. George loses the handle, and it goes back to Oak Grove. So 33-32, 4:25 to go, third quarter. A back and forth battle. Oak Grove erases the 7-point halftime deficit. Baseline drive, handoff Jones, no. Put back, no. Rebound inside Marsh. Marsh cuts it out, 3 ball Wyckoff, no. Rebound Poisel, and he is fouled from behind by Hicks. So Cats with a 1 point lead in the ball, 4:09 to go here in the third. Across the timeline they go. They get it to Norris. He's got it on the left wing to Jenkins. Jenkins between the circles, steps in, thought about a 3, now gets it back to Filer. Now to Norris from Jenkins over to Knowles. They get to the cutter. Back out front, spinning around for Norris. Baseline for Poisel. Poisel's got it back for Norris. Norris back to Jenkins. Cats doing a good job moving the basketball. Jenkins will fire, cannot connect. Rebound inside Wyckoff. He's got numbers, he's going to push it. He loses the handle, And that's a travel. Tried to go behind his back and then fumbled it behind his back, and it goes back to the Cats with a 1-point lead. Atkinson checks back into the lineup for the Cats. 33-32, 3:30 to go, third. Front they go, spin it around for Filer, back to Jenkins, over to Knowles. Jenkins, Norris, elbow for Filer. He steps in the lane, floater, no. Atkinson with the offensive rebound, put back, no. Thompson with the rebound for Oak Grove. He's going to push it up. He gets it to Wyckoff. Wyckoff going to drive. He goes in. They're going to call the foul on the floor with 3:07 to go. That's on Atkinson. I believe that's 2 on him. Be the foul on the floor. Jones to pass it in for Oak Grove. He gets it into Thompson. He's got it on the elbow. Right side into the corner for Jones. Wide open 3-ball. No. Rebound on the backside by Marsh. His put up is good. It's 34-33. And it goes back to the Cats, down by 1 now. Jenkins with it. Skip it to Filer, to Norris. Back to Jenkins. Back to Norris. Norris to Knowles. 2:35 to go here in the third. 34-33 our score. Get it off on the wing, back up top they go to Norris, now to Filer. Filer's got it, back to Norris, knocked away but picked back up. Norris over to Jenkins. Jenkins has got it, goes into the elbow for Knowles, back to Jenkins, over to Filer, spin it around, now Norris. Cats trying to move the ball here, and that one's knocked away by Wyckoff. He goes up strong, got it in 1. And Wyckoff decided he wanted to tell everybody about his great shot right there.
Yeah, and he turned around at Filer, and that should be a tee. When you turn around and do that to the other team,
taunting.
It is.
So Wyckoff knocks it down. He's got 8 in the second half. Misses the free throw, picked up by the Cats. 36-33 our score.
I guess that's what you get for taunting. You miss the free throw.
Karma.
Yes.
So back out front, Cats with the ball, down by 3. They get it to Filer. Filer has it on the wing. Back to Norris, over to Jenkins. Jenkins skips it over to Filer. Filer's got it back out front, spinning around. Jenkins now to the elbow for Atkinson. Atkinson back to Jenkins. He'll fire. Connect. And we're knotted at 36 all after the Jenkins. You want to get him going in the second half. That'll be a key in this game. And they're going to call the blocking foul.
He was set.
And that'll be 3 on Atkinson. Thompson knocks it down. So back-to-back 3-point opportunities for Thompson at the line, free throw good.
Not sure what, and I'm sorry I shouldn't say this, but I'm not sure what they saw there because he was set there for 2 seconds.
The only thing is I think they may have saw that he was off to the side a little bit on that, but I'm not 100% sure. 39-36 the score. Cats down 3, 1:25 to go. Third quarter, Oak Grove with the lead. They've outscored the Cats by 10 in the quarter. 3-ball good. Norris now scores, and it's 39 all. Now that one's knocked away by Poisel, picked up by Thompson. And Thompson backs his way down. Jumper, no. Cats with the rebound and 1 minute to go in the half. Jenkins slows it down, gets it across the timeline. Skip it over to Norris. Norris into the corner, Filer. Filer back to Norris. And Norris tiptoes the sideline, steps in, gets it back to Filer. Filer has it left side wing. Goes into the left blocks for Poisel. Poisel back to Norris. Norris connects, no. Rebound Thompson. It goes back the other way with 40 seconds to go in the half. 39-39 our score. Wyckoff can't not knock it down. Rebound inside though by Hicks. And Hicks 3 seconds in the lane, and a turnover back to the Cats.
And Wyckoff came up limping on that one. He's not feeling too well.
And he hit his elbow earlier in the ball game too, so that'll be something to watch. Not real sure what happened there. So I think Hicks was just taking a drink there. And now we're gonna see.
Well, they're looking at the clock now because they let it inbound and they stopped it because of the injury, so.
They're talking about something though. Not sure. 29.3, Cats are gonna get the last shot, it looks like, of this quarter here.
Yeah, they're putting 31.3 seconds on.
Okay, that's what they're looking at. So the Cats got the ball, 30 seconds to go. Here in the quarter, we're all tied up. The 7-point.
And we get the ball in the fourth.
7-point advantage is gone. Cats with the ball. This would be a 2-for-1 opportunity here. You get a bucket and the ball. See if they can do that. Jenkins has it out front, guarded by Jones. Jones has had a good night for Oak Grove, giving them good minutes. And Jenkins goes up strong. Offensive foul on Jenkins, and it goes with 5 seconds left. It goes back to Oak Grove, so they're going to get the last shot of this quarter here. Look for him to give it to Thompson. 6th team foul on the Cats of this half. Thompson going to try to push it up fast. Pulls up. No. We go to the fourth, all tied up. Would you expect anything less for a first place showdown? We'll be back after this.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's.
All right, welcome back. We're set for the fourth quarter, and it is going to be a good one. We had 5 lead changes in that third quarter, 2 ties, and we're tied going to the fourth. So for the game, we've had 8 lead changes and 3 ties. Cats look like they might be able to get some distance in the second quarter, led by as many as 10. Oak Grove has erased all of that and actually taken the lead 3 times in the quarter. Cats get the ball tied up to start the fourth quarter. Across the timeline, Jenkins goes with it, gets it to Langer, hands off to Jenkins. Jenkins with it on the left side wing. Goes into the left corner for Poisel, back to Jenkins. Jenkins at the volleyball line, left side, sets up his offense. Guarded by Marsh, gonna try to back him down now. Gonna hand off for Filer. Filer with the ball, drives on Hicks. Gonna have to get rid of it now. Needs some help, gets it to Poisel. Poisel's got it on the wing. Now hands off way outside wing by Langer. Langer's got it. Going to drive around Thompson, get it over for Filer. 7:25 to go third. Now Filer floats. And no, he's going to go to the free throw line for a pair. Good drive by Evan Filer, giving us good minutes tonight.
That's only their 3rd foul.
But it's a good one because it puts Filer on the line for a pair. He's got 5 in the game. Misses the free throw, though, has 1 more to go. Free throws mean free quotes. Go see Brad Sainer at Farmers Insurance in the A-frame across from Casey's on Commercial. 39-39, fourth quarter. 7:23 to go in the fourth, and we're tied at 39 all. Free throw 2, no. And that goes out of bounds off of Poisel. So the Cats come up empty. Filer misses both. And it goes back the other way. Thompson with it. He's going to hand it in the corner for Ewing. Back out front they go. Wyckoff with it. Wyckoff going to dribble under. Gets it knocked away. Picked up by the Cats. Jenkins loses the handle. And they're going to call the foul on Hicks. Oh, no, that's Marsh. That's a second on him. Cats ball in the backcourt with 7:04 to go in the fourth, and we're all tied up. Jenkins brings it across timeline, goes to the right side wing, hands off on the wing for Langer. He dribbles to the top of the key, goes elbow for George. George going to dribble his way in. Floater, good glass. Circus shot goes. And the Cats lead 41-39. Thompson in the corner, right side, right wing, spin it around, left side, Wyckoff, no. Right, Cats rebound, they're going to chuck it up for George. George going to slow it down, now kick it back, 3 ball. No, short, rebound for Jenkins. Back to George, he'll step in and jump it. No, put back, no. And to the line goes Poisel. Cats getting the offensive rebounds. That's 3 opportunities right there. Poisel to the line. He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. First free throw, no. Cats 0 for the last 3 from the line. Leaving points out there. You can't do that in close games. Gessling checks out. Jones checks in for him. Second one is good. Gives the Cats a 42-39 lead. Poisel 1 out of 2 from the line. So now Thompson with it out front. He's going to go underneath and throw it away. Back to the Cats. Thompson, I think, thought somebody was going to zig, and they never did.
They zagged rather than zigged.
And with 6:07 to go here in the fourth, it's a 3-point Cat leading the ball. Langer to Jenkins, back to George, now to Knowles, 3-ball, good! Colby Knowles! And the Cats lead 45-39, up by 6. Thompson back the other way. Kicks it in the corner for Marsh. He's going to skip it over to Hicks. Now out front for Wyckoff. He's going to drive. He gets it to go. 45-41 on the bucket by Wyckoff. We got a timeout on the floor. 4-point game. We'll be right back after this.
There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
Maybe like long jump, maybe?
Welcome back. 45-41 the score. Yes, Chase, long jump would be good for you too. 5:38 to go, fourth quarter. 45-41. Cats up 4 and the basketball after the Wyckoff bucket. Cats would love to get another bucket here. If they get a 3, it'd make it a 3-possession game. Jenkins across the timeline. Cats were real patient in the game against Warrensburg, and they were good with the basketball. See if they start doing some of that here in this one. Langer to Jenkins. Playing catch out on the wing. They go to the elbow, baseline jumper, Poisel, no. Thompson with the rebound. 4-point game, he's going to push it up with 5:10 to go. He's going to go to the bucket. Cats cannot get a charge down on their end. And Thompson goes to the line for 2.
All the charges are on the other end. That's where all the charges, that's the reason they can't get any.
So Thompson with 15 at the line for a pair. 5:08 to go in the fourth. First one good. One more to go here. 45-42 our score. Norris checks in for Langer. 3-point game. Thompson at the line for his second. And he knocks them both down. Calmly, easily, 45-43. It's back to a 2-point game here in the fourth. Cats up by 2. George has it back out front for Norris. Back to George, playing catch on the left side over here. He steps it out, skips it over to the right volleyball line, right wing now for Jenkins from Norris. Back between the circles, over to Knowles, back to Norris. They go free throw line, back out front, spin it around Jenkins. Jenkins has it now on the right, now the free throw line, spin it over, back out front, spin it around, 3-ball Jenkins, good! Bryce Jenkins make it 48-43. Jenkins' second 3 of the second half, and the Cats up by 5. Thompson skips it, now to Wyckoff, he's gonna step in.
That better be a charge.
That's a charge call there.
About time.
I'm sorry. Wyckoff, 5
I'm sorry.
Hey, we'll never get in trouble for not being homers, Gary. Gary's getting a little bit excited there. It was a good call that time. They haven't got that charge call. They got it that time up by 5 in the basketball with 4:15 to go in the fourth. Norris goes to the bucket, no, and a foul underneath. Kennedy Atkinson had position on Thompson. Oh, they called that one on Marsh.
That's 3 on Marsh.
I think that's 4. He says it's 4. He's saying it's 4 anyway. So Atkinson goes to the line for a 1-and-1.
That's when we need to start dropping these.
So Atkinson at the line. Misses, and the Cats are struggling from the line. Up by 5. Wyckoff takes it back the other way. Hicks in the corner. He'll fire a 3. No. Atkinson with the rebound. Jump ball. And it's going to stay with Oak Grove. So 4:03 to go. Kennedy Atkinson checks out. Langer checks in. Jones set to pass it in. And they're going to get it in to Thompson. He's going to spin, shoot, deliver. Makes it 48-45. 3-point game. Just under 4 to go, fourth quarter. Cats with the ball. Knowles has got it out front between the circles. They get it to Jenkins, over to Norris. And a timeout called. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats up by 3, 3:42 to go in the fourth.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
All right, we have a 3-point game with 3 under 4 to go here in the fourth quarter. I believe 3:23 left in the fourth. Cats lead by 3 in the basketball. Coach Langer talking it over with his team, wanted to calm them down a little bit there. I think both teams have 2 timeouts left now. Both teams with the 1-and-1 situation. Cats already missed the front end of 1-1-and-1, and they've actually only made 1 of 5 free throws in the second half. Norris has got it in the backcourt. Sorry, it was 3:43, not 3:23. And Norris has got it, gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins has it on the wing, backs it up on the left side to the left volleyball line. Now hands off for Norris. Back between the circles for Langer. Langer leans over to the right side volleyball line. Hands off for Knowles. With 3:15 to go fourth quarter. 48-45 our score. Norris thought about the 3. They get it to Langer. Langer goes top of the key. He's trying to set up a drive, kick it off in the corner. Back to Langer. Langer floater, good. Brooks Langer.
Great ball control there.
50-45. Cats up by 5. They get it off 3 ball on the way by Marsh. No good. Cats with the rebound. Up by 5. 2:50 to go fourth quarter. Where they want to be here, they can get a bucket. They can make this a 3-possession game. 2:42 to go here, fourth quarter. George has got it. Over to Langer. Langer with it on the wing, right side, directing traffic, goes to Jenkins. Jenkins has it volleyball line between the circles, dribbles over to the left side. Has it volleyball line again. Underneath Knowles, he can't connect. Second one is good. Good backdoor cut by Knowles, and the Cats up 52-45. Skip it to Hicks. 3-ball, no. Out of bounds off of Marsh. Cats ball, 2:12 to go. I'm going to give the Cats a little bit of props here. They've tried multiple times to help kids from Oak Grove up, and every time Oak Grove kids just kind of like go, like, you know, like get away from me type of deal. And a lot of times the Cats get a little bit of grief for as animated as they can be. So Cats up 7 in the ball, 2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Ball knocked away from Jenkins, picked back up. Langer's got it between the circles, guarded by Thompson. He gets it off for Knowles on the wing right side, and back up front they go, spinning around for Langer. 7-point game. Langer guarded by Thompson to George. George over to Norris. Norris has got it on the wing, guarded by Wyckoff, and he gets it off now for George. Back out front they go. The ball stripped away, fouled by Wyckoff.
And that's 4 on Wyckoff.
And you got to make your free throws, folks. That's all I'm going to tell you. Free throws mean free quotes. Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance in the A-frame across from Casey's on Commercial. So free throw number 1 for Langer here. At least give yourself a shot at 2. Free throw good by Langer. He has 1 more to go. Makes it 53-45, an 8-point game with 1:31 to go. Second one coming up. It is no good. A rebound back the other way. So an 8-point game. Thompson going to bring it up. And he goes
that
up
is a
wild,
charge.
and a charge called. Landon George gets the charge call on Thompson. That's his second or third. And with 1:24 to go, Hunter Kellogg checks in, and they're going to go full court pressure here. They had to bring out Wyckoff because he has his 4 fouls. Look to get the ball in. They get it into Norris. Norris has got it in the backcourt, and he's going to dribble right through the defender, and nothing called. And a blocking call, and it'll be 1-1.
He was standing there.
So 1:18 to go, 53-45, 1-1 situation. Marsh at the line. And we talk about making free throws. Cats have not knocked down theirs the way they've needed to. They're 2 for 7 in the half. And Marsh at the line for a 1-1. Cannot make it. And it's a rebound by Langer in the backcourt. And now he throws it away to Thompson. And charge on Thompson. Goes back to the Cats with 1:12 to go. 8-point lead in the basketball. Nobody liking the calls, so it's going, I mean, they're equally questionable. Knowles breaks the press and gets it back to Jenkins. Back to Knowles. Knowles is trapped, goes through the trap underneath, and pass, and now to the line goes Langer again. That is 10, so you're going to get 2 free throws this time.
That's 11, actually, because the charge down here was 10.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that one. So now Langer gets 2. You knock them both down. You make it a 10-point game with 1:01 to go in the fourth. Through his routine. Good on the first. That one was right through there. 54-45. 1 more to go here. Winner moves to 6-2 and in sole possession of the MRVC West. Second one no good. It's a 9-point game, 1 minute to go. Back the other way we go. Thompson gets it inside. No good. Gets his own rebound blocked away. And Thompson will go to the line for a pair. I know everybody's getting a little excited on the fouls, but you got to let them play a little bit. But there was a lot of contact in there. Free throw 1 is good. 54-46, an 8-point game. That was the 20th point by Thompson tonight. Got the second roll, 54-47. So it's a 7-point game with 53.8 seconds to go. They get it in, back to Knowles. Knowles ahead for Jenkins to Langer. Langer's got it, and he is fouled. He got lucky there because he about threw that one away. Instead, he's going to shoot free throws. My wife's down at a good game, obviously, in Bolivar. She keeps sending me movies of the game. I'm a little busy here. 54-47 the score. Free throw one is good. 55-47. One more to go. Trading defense for offense now on that one. Second free throw coming up. Good. Knocks it down, and the Cats up 9, 54-47 the score. Three ball on the way, good. It's 56-50 with 38.7 seconds to go. You're a good player. That's the stuff I don't like. Like, you stare down your guy and you roll back and you look like you're I know it's part of sports.
That's the second time it's happened in the game.
I know it's part of sports, but it drives me nuts. Like, I get it too. I'm on the other side of the fence where, like, you don't like it, stop it. But at the same time, you're also down 6 at this point in time. So about 38 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Cats up by 6 in the basketball. They're going to try for that steal and then probably foul. Take care of the ball if you're the Cats. You don't want a quick turnover here. A quick turnover and a 3, and it's a one-possession game.
But we've also got the possession arrow too. So and they're not in a double bonus yet.
So 39-32. Well, next foul will be so.
Right.
Cats are going to try to go long, and immediately fouled is Norris by Kellogg, and Norris will come down and shoot free throws. At this point, you want to make one. You make it a 3-possession game. If you can knock them both down, that's great. Norris, a very good free throw shooter, was 0 for 2 in the first half. He's got 2 here. 56-50 your score. Knocks that one down. He made it interesting, but he knocked it down. 57-50. Cats lead by 7 with 38.3 to go. Second free throw coming. And he knocks them both down. It's 58-50. So Harrisonville calls a timeout. That'll be one left for them. Cats lead by 8. It's a full timeout. We'll just keep it right here with you. So here's your scenario. You got 38.3 seconds to go in the game. Both teams are going to be shooting 2 free throws from here on out. If the Cats foul, they go to the line and shoot 2. You're up by 8. Bonus arrow favors
it's ours.
The Wildcats. And, here's a situation, too. You don't see this very often. We always get into that last 5 seconds and you're up 3. Do you foul to put them on line for 2? I'm a proponent of that. What about with 38 seconds and an 8-point lead, you foul? Not allow them to shoot a 3 because you got – here's the situation on the floor. You have the best player on the floor belongs to Oak Grove. The best team is the Wildcats. So maybe put Atkinson back in there, put him and his long arms on Thompson, just shadow double him. Make somebody else make it because nobody else is making 3s for Oak Grove here. So 38.3 to go, fourth quarter, 58-50.
And I like this that we're going full court pressure. Make them
waste some time.
Absolutely.
Wyckoff going to push it. He's going to go right to the bucket.
That's a charge.
Oh, my goodness. Wyckoff knocks it down and goes to the line for an and one. 58-52, 6-point game. And Wyckoff with an and one opportunity. He's had a good second half in this one. He's got 15 in the game. Free throw is up and no good. Rebound goes to Oak Grove, though. Marsh.
That's a travel. About time.
Back to the Cats. So 29.6.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but that was a charge.
Everybody's having fun. Come on now. 6-point game. Cats with the basketball in the backcourt. Norris going to dribble through traffic and be fouled. 58-52. 58-52. Oh. At the line is Norris for a pair. You got to make one. You get two, you can. Free throw one is good. 59-52. Gary and Jerry having an animated disagreement. I love it. We're all friends up here. It's all good. Second free throw, good. He's knocked down 4 in a row, and it's a 60-52 game with 23 seconds. Thompson, no. Gets his own rebound, goes up, got it to go. 60-54, they're hanging around. Thompson with 26. We got a timeout. That is the last timeout. We'll take a timeout, too.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
All right, we got the final 20 seconds of regulation coming your way. 60-54 the score. Cats up by 6 in this one. I'll give you the exact time if they ever take the time off of the clock.
18 point something.
I think 18.3. So 18.3 seconds. Cats got to get the ball inbounds and knock down some free throws. They get it up to Jenkins. Jenkins is fouled by Thompson.
And he's done. That's 5.
Wow, that's 5 on Thompson. I did not know that. That takes away your best three-point shooter. Now if you're Jenkins, just knock down one. Make this pretty much academic with 16.8 to go. Checking into the ball game, Lincoln Hipsher. At the line is Jenkins for a pair. Got the first one to roll. Now the Cats are knocking down free throws. 61-54. One more to go here.
3-possession game, too.
Second one, good. 62-54. Filer checks in for Norris. And 16.8, they're going to give it to Wyckoff. Wyckoff going to push it hard. Floater, good. Makes it a 6-point game, but no timeouts. And a steal, 62-56. After the Wyckoff bucket. Wyckoff having a good game. He's got 17 now. And back to 6, and you just make one here and it's over. Jenkins at the line for a pair. One free throw here will seal it. First one is misses.
Is that like saying there hasn't been a flag?
Yeah, right. Just make a free throw and you seal it, and I'm over here messing up. Free throws mean free quotes. Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance in the A-frame across from Casey's on commercial. Boom, knocked it down. 7-point game, 63-56. Glasson good, and that'll do it. 63-59. Wildcats win it by 4. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with your post-game show brought to you by Forged by Fire.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you, and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
The where the grammars go, Hans Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
All right, welcome back to your postgame show brought to you by Wildcats Postgame Headquarters. Always the Wildcat Postgame Headquarters, Forged by Fire. Go over there tonight and celebrate the Wildcats. Cats win it 63-59, your final score tonight. They move to 6-2 in the MRVC, and they lead the MRVC by 1 game, and there's a 3-team logjam in second place right behind them. Hey, Gary, let's go play for first place on Tuesday night. What do you say?
And what better place to play it? At Pleasant Hill.
Absolutely, and you know both teams are going to be fired up and ready to roll in that one. Again, the final score, 64-59. Conference standings now after tonight's games. Harrisonville's at 6-2. Oak Grove drops to 5-3. Pleasant Hill wins a thriller by 2 over Odessa tonight to move to 5-3. Warrensburg, I haven't seen their score. They played Excelsior. I'm going to assume they won that game and made it 5-3. And then Odessa is eliminated from conference consideration, so now it's just a 4-team race. Odessa drops to 3-5. They dropped 3 heartbreakers this week, and they're now 3-5 in the conference. So we've done it 2 games in a row. Let's do it a third. We got to go on the road and play for first place.
Well, and we can solidify, you know, getting at least a piece of it on Tuesday night. And what better place to do it again is at Pleasant Hill. I mean, I love to have the opportunity for Pleasant Hill to be able to do it. So.
And Pleasant Hill has a shot, too, because they play Warrensburg on Thursday night. So they've got the real opportunity in front of them. They can knock off Harrisonville. That would make it a tie atop. And so all kinds of craziness going on. We'll get Coach Langer on here in just a second. Gary's going to stretch out his headset so Coach Langer can come on for a minute before we wrap things up here. Here, we'll spin you around, Coach. Let's go that way. There you go. All right. Coach was like, Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. You guys have become a little bit of road warriors the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've really pulled out 2 huge wins on the road, so that's been awesome. And I think it shows the character and toughness of this team. And we got some guys that are pretty resolved right now. They're pretty determined to finish this thing out and finish a job well done so far on the season. And we want to finish as strong as possible. And being down Brody tonight was big for us because he had a big night last time against these guys offensively. And but just the grit and determination of guys, everybody stepped up. It looks like everybody that played scored, and that was kind of the way it was tonight, where we got contributions from a lot of people. And man, some guys did some great jobs. I know as I'm looking at the totals here, Tully got 26. Man, that was a hard-earned 26. I'll promise you that. And Colby Knowles did a nice job on him, and we kind of had a little protection for him in the lane with a couple guys helping him. But, man, he's a great player, and you get 26 with that kind of defense on you, and you're a good player. And obviously he is when you get an award for scoring however many points he scored before the game when they talked about it. So special player, and, he's been really good for him. And this gives us a little leg up now in the conference, but a lot of work to be done.
Well, you played for first twice this week. Guess what? You're going to Pleasant Hill and playing for first place. Yeah. They beat Odessa tonight 71-69.
Okay.
So it's still on the table there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
obviously you'd get yourself a share if you can win Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And then nobody likes to share. So if you get 2 wins next week, you can win it outright. But, you've done what you've needed to do this week. You've won 2 games on the road in a tough conference. We're down to a 4-team race now, but still a lot of basketball to be played next week.
Oh, yeah. And, we know it'll be a tough one on the road at Pleasant Hill. We've seen them twice and played 8 quarters against them, and there's been like 2 points of difference in those 8 quarters. And they're playing really well. Knocking off that Odessa team is nothing to sneeze at, and they've done it twice now. So, it's funny sometimes how matchups work, and we'll have to be at full strength and playing very well to get them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I would say your guys might have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
After the seating meeting the other night,
yeah.
I know I briefly talked to you through text message, and I talked about it tonight before the game. There's 24 teams in the Northwest quadrant that will play to go to the Final Four. In my opinion, Mission needs to start looking at maybe seeding the 24 teams in each quadrant, because you guys have the 8th best record out of all 24 of those teams. Now, granted, 3 of them happen to be in your own district. I get that. But it's just crazy the way it falls. And now, your guys are looking at it like, hey, everybody thinks we're no good, so let's go out there and beat everybody.
Yeah, that was frustrating. But it really, in effect, was not a big deal. We're going to be the 4. I thought there was no way we couldn't be the 4. I didn't think we'd probably jump anybody because it was hard to claim that our schedule was any more difficult than Nevada, Ruskin, or Grandview's, and they had better records. But then we had a better record than Warrensburg, and had beaten them twice, including the night before. And so I felt a little bit disrespected by the coaches' vote there, because either they were just not paying attention, or that was kind of a little jab to us that they don't believe in us. But hopefully keep winning games, and we'll make believers out of somebody at some point.
Absolutely. You moved to 6-2 in a conference, and also, I haven't mentioned this yet, Coach, but you guys won everybody in Harrisonville a Sonic happy hour all day on Monday with the win.
All right,
you scored
sweet.
over 53 points. So
Yeah.
anytime on Monday, go into Sonic, and it's happy hour all day long.
Awesome.
So thanks a lot, Coach Langer. We'll see you Tuesday night up in Pleasant Hill.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That is head coach Jeff Langer of the Wildcats, victorious on the road tonight, all alone in first place in the MRVC. But it doesn't get easy for them. They play Pleasant Hill for first place on Tuesday night. In the grand scheme of things, if you go to tiebreakers, if Pleasant Hill was able to knock them off, they'd really be in first place all alone because they beat them twice. However, nevertheless, it's for first place. They do share conference titles, so I think if the Cats, they're probably a little bit hungry, and they don't want to share anything.
Well, a couple of things. One, you want to be playing your best ball now, and when you go to Pleasant Hill, you're going to get a good game. And so going into districts, you want to be playing that best ball. So Really? You want to be playing the best teams you possibly can. You want them to bring their best at you because you're going to have to be playing at your best when you get into district.
And we talked about that a little bit the other night when you weren't there, is you're pretty much in the playoffs right now. Like every game's a playoff type atmosphere, playoff game, and you got to keep it that way. I mean, you got to win your games, and they kind of put themselves in that situation by dropping those 2 games that 1 week where they could have won either one of those games. You win one of those games, you're sitting at 7-1 right now, and everybody's 2 games behind you, and you've already wrapped up a share of the title. So they made it hard on themselves, but at the same time, at the end of the day, guess what? They can still win, and they control their own destiny.
Oh, yeah. You know, and pardon me, and going into that fourth quarter, you know, it was 39-39, and we won that fourth quarter, what we needed to do. So we won 3 of the 4 quarters. But the other thing we did, we knocked down a whole bunch of free throws in that fourth quarter, which was a major difference. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We knocked 12 points down in just free throws in the fourth quarter.
And the thing about that is, guess what? They were not knocking them down earlier when it was a tight contest. They hit them when they had to, and you got to give them a lot of credit for that tonight, and they get the win. So, you know, I got to look at, you know, everything out there in the game. First of all, my teammate of the game tonight, I go up and down this list. I'm like, who do you give the teammate of the game to? I'm probably going to have to go with Kobe Norris tonight. He had a big 3 in the second half, and he knocked down 4 free throws last couple of minutes of the game when they needed him the most. Kobe Norris is my teammate of the game. Sometimes rivals can be teammates as well. Can't call Cam Chenoweth of American Family or Lacey Dominic with Shelter Insurance for a free quote today. They sponsored teammate of the game every week and a teammate of the year at the end of the year. Kobe Norris, our teammate of the game tonight. And I'm going to go with my player of the game is going to be Brooks Langer tonight. He had 7 in the first half, and overall I think he had 16. He's our player of the game. He hit some big shots when they needed to as well. Brooks Langer is our max forward player of the game, max effort off the court for a great price. So they want to recognize great effort on the court with max effort player of the game, max forward of Harrisonville.
You know, I know you went with Kobe. You can go with him, or you could go with Bryce Jenkins. Bryce Jenkins had 3 points going into the fourth quarter. He scored a 3 and then went 3 for 4 from the line. So he ended up with 9 points. So either one of those really solidified that fourth quarter for us. So
and I got to give a second shout. Somebody I actually kind of forgot about after looking through here, Evan Filer. 5 big points in the first half. He doesn't have those, you don't win the ball game.
That's right. And they came at just the right time, and they were almost back to back.
So a complete team effort's what it was tonight. All 9 players scored, Gary, that played in this ball game. You'll take that every single night.
Yeah, and we had good scoring. And I'm going to go down the scoring real quick. Brooks Langer led the scoring, as Chad said, with 16. We had 3 right on the verge of double points. Bryce Jenkins had 9, Landon George had 9, and Colby Knowles had 9. As he said, Colby Norris had 7. Evan Filer had the 5. And then you had Kennedy Atkinson with a lot of good play with 4 points, and then Poisel and Monty Schroeder with 2. And that 2 with Schroeder really made a big difference. So almost everybody up and down the line had a play and a shot and maybe even points that made a difference in this game to win by 4.
You know, and they did well, and you were without Brody Rogers tonight. So you got to feel good going into next week that you won a game on the road without one of your best players, one of your best scorers. There was 8 lead changes, 3 ties in this basketball game. The Cats won 3 of the 4 quarters. They were up 15-12 after 1. They outscored them 13-9 in the second to lead at 28-21 at half. They had that bad third quarter. They still haven't played that 4-quarter game we've been looking for. They were outscored 18-11, and it was tied at 39 after 3, and the Cats outscored them 24-20 in the fourth. Really outscored them by 7 in that fourth quarter. They hit the 3 basically at the buzzer to make it a 4-point game. So
when you're not playing defense, I mean, you're letting them shoot because you're wanting the clock to roll.
And they did the smart thing. They knew that they couldn't stop the clock, no timeouts. You just let the ball drop through the hoop and game over. So Cats win by 4. Sonic Happy Hour all day on Monday. The Wildcat 4T's Happy Hour. They hit the 53-point mark, and that's where we're at. So all day Happy Hour on Monday for Sonic. The Cats win 63-59. For Larissa Lamb joining us for a basketball game.
Welcome back, Larissa.
And for Jerry Forschler, for Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you for a doubleheader on Tuesday night in Pleasant Hill.